My name is David Ford. Thanks. It is, it's true. My name is David Ford and I am the next big thing. At least that's what people have been telling me for years. And these kind words will often be accompanied by a knowing look of such confidence and sincerity that it can only be worn by somebody who doesn't have the first clue what the hell they're talking about. In truth, I simply don't have what it takes. Now please don't interpret this as some kind of false modesty. I also believe I might be the world's very best songwriter and performer. But you see, that's just not going to cut it. Music, like with any industry, commercial success derives from the efficient delivery of a competitive product. And this has always been my problem. I don't like to think of music as a competition. The whole concept bothers me in the same way that my toaster bothers me. My toaster was cheap. I bought it because I wanted to toast bread. When presented in a shop with a variety of toasters, I thought it foolish to buy the Rolls-Royce of toasters when the toasting of bread is surely a function to be expected of even the most basic of models. So I got the cheap one. It sat in the kitchen for 9 months looking like a cheap plastic and faux chrome piece of crap, making perfunctory toast until the morning it caught fire and I threw it out. It was probably under some kind of warranty, but really who keeps the receipt for a £9 toaster? So like a dutiful consumer fuckwit, I returned to the same store no less, buy another cheap, ugly toaster and throw away the warranty. A year has passed since then, and as I write this, I have a toaster in my kitchen that toasts bread and then refuses to let it go. This stupid hunk of junk jealously keeps the toast clasped between its flimsy wire tendrils until liberated with a butter knife. I want to throw the bastard machine out the window, but I'm terrified that I might again find some way to justify the purchase of another toasting albatross. And I'm surely not the only one to fall for the allure of the cheap toaster. There must be millions of us buying our annual clunker, hoping that this could be the one to go the distance, only to find ourselves tossing out a charred blob of wires and melted plastic before so much as filling the crumb tray. So what do we learn from this? What I have learned from this is that market forces in the cutthroat and competitive toaster manufacturing industry have led not to a baseline improvement in toasting technology, but to a lowering in retail price, facilitated by a flagrant disregard for build quality. The result is that more toasters get sold, which on the surface looks good for the toaster manufacturer. And they cost less, which appears, on the surface, to benefit the consumer. But the saddest result of this triumph of capitalism is that in the brave new world, our bread has never been so poorly toasted. And so it is, I fear, with the music that we hear, as it is with the toast that we eat. Of course, the very concept of quality when describing music is quite absurd. Music isn't furniture. You can't pick up a song and examine its corners to gauge the competence of the workmanship. It's all taste and opinion and marketing, and there is no accounting for taste. Just look at what passes for cheese in the United States of America. Moreover, you can't charge £1,000 for a record that's been lovingly hand-built by a master craftsman when the crude, factory-fashioned equivalent gets racked out in the supermarket for a £5. I have my idea of what constitutes quality, and I understand that it's a difficult thing to effectively mass market, and I'm fine with that. So virtually everything that I thought I knew about the music business turned out to be wrong. And very probably everything that you think that you know about the music business, well, that's wrong as well. I continue to be wrong a lot of the time, and I suspect I'm not alone in this. One thing of which I'm fairly certain is that even the biggest hitters have been riding their luck the whole time, and it's possible that nobody really knows what the hell they're doing. And this makes for an unpredictable ride. While the music industry might appear to be a known, established, and constant entity, it exists more like a huge and complex living organism, never settled, desperately trying to evolve to suit the demands of an ever-changing and inhospitable habitat. If it all makes sense today, you'll probably be lost tomorrow. And so it happens less frequently now. Maybe I've just lost it. Maybe we're all a little bit more savvy to the reality, but there was a time. There was a time when people swore that I would be the next big thing. And it took 10 years of hard work and dedication, but I finally proved them all wrong. But for a while at least, it was a pretty close run thing. That concludes the readings from the book for this evening.